All right. So today's session is the continuation of the ancestral healing session that we had last to last week. So even if you did not attend that session, we will be doing practices which are complete in themselves today. So it's very beautiful that today's session is also coinciding with the Pitru Paksh that is going on, the Shraddh period that is going on in the Hindu calendar, which is a 15-day period where we pray for the peace of our ancestors and people who passed on in our lives. We pray for their well-being and peace to their souls. So today's session, we're going to focus on how we can heal our lives as well as send the healing and blessing to the ancestors. And when we do this, it creates a very powerful change in our entire ancestral line. So, a change that could happen just in me if there is a pattern that I heal only in myself, that actually helps in creating and clearing the path of that pattern in the entire lineage. Our parents, grandparents, great grandparents, great great grandparents, and so on. So, all of us are so closely connected beyond what we can comprehend. What we are today is because of them, what they created, whether it was the wisdom, the health, the material wealth, everything that they created is what we are reaping the benefits of. And whatever challenges or traumas they experience, even they tend to get passed on in our ancestral line and they come down to us. However, that does not mean that we are at the mercy of those traumas and there's nothing we can do. We have this beautiful opportunity through beautiful healing modalities to actually change all those traumas at a genetic level, change those patterns even at a DNA level, and to be able to set everyone free in our families. There are so many health issues that we see, where people say that, oh, this runs in the family, it's genetic. So what is basically genetic? And all these different diseases that are going on in our families can actually, through ancestral healing, when we start working maybe just on ourselves, it actually helps in clearing the future progression of those diseases as well. So, all different, uh, everyone, please mute yourself. Thank you. So, all of us, whenever there is any kind of trauma that is experienced by any of us, what happens is it is stored in our bodies. And when it keeps getting suppressed, or there are different layers of the trauma that appear, it keeps getting deepened, and deepened further. So we have seven energy fields, seven layers of energy field, aura, that we talk about. And the physical body, the etheric body are the two of the initial phases, the initial layers around us. And if we don't heal different patterns in our life, then they keep going deeper and deeper inside into our soul level. However, when we start working on healing, and healing is a journey, sometimes it could be that maybe in one go we're able to clear out some very big traumas and burdens and patterns, or sometimes it's a journey. It takes time because there have been so much accumulation of pain and suffering. So it takes time for our unconscious mind also to present that pain in slow bits and pieces so that we're not overwhelmed with it, so that we don't get into a physical shock, because a physical body, our conscious self is just 10%, and it cannot absorb the magnitude of what all our unconscious mind has been carrying for lifetimes. So today we're going to do a meditation practice where we're going to be working on clearing the patterns and the healing for our ancestors as well as ourselves, and then receive the blessings. So what I want you to do is, I hope all of you have a candle with you. So you can just take a minute to light a candle. And when we light a candle, it denotes that light work is being done here. And only higher energies higher beings are invited. So that's why it's called the work of light, the light work. So you can just take a moment and light a candle, and on a paper and pen, write down the names of your full names of your parents, your grandparents, and your great grandparents. And the ones who are no more, who have deceased, so make a circle around their names and write D. So, so for any of the ancestors who are not alive anymore, make a small circle next to their name and write D. D for deceased. That means that they're no more. They've passed on, they've transitioned. So I'll give you a minute to do that, and then we will start with the meditation. And once you've written down the names, get in a very comfortable position. Sit with your back supported. You can have your legs folded or they can be touching the ground. So, like today, I chose to sit on the ground. So, when you're sitting on the ground, it's a easier connection to Mother Earth. So either you can sit on the ground or you can make sure your feet, if you're sitting on a chair or a sofa, make sure your feet are touching the ground. So what that represents is when our back is straight, our spine represents our ancestral lineage. So when we do any meditation, healing work with a back straight and supported, that means the benefits are going to our entire ancestral line. And when our feet are touching the ground, that means that we are connected to Mother Earth. And once you're all settled, give me a thumbs up and we're going to start. Great. So those of you who have joined just now, we're about to start with the meditation. So you can light a candle if it's available, and on a paper write down the names of your parents, full names of your parents, grandparents, and great grandparents, and the ancestors who are not alive anymore. Make a circle next to their name and write deceased, D.
Can you please repeat what am I supposed to write beside them, their names?
Yes, so make a small circle next to them. If they're no more, write D. D represents deceased.
Okay.
So in case if you have anyone who's passed on and maybe it was a family member, it was a pet, it was a child, it was a spouse, you can also write their name.
And this is only for the lineage, like just two generations before us, till
Yes.
grandparents only.
Yes.
Parents, grandparents,
And great grandparents name.
and great grandparents also.
And all of you who are done, you can give a thumbs up or mention in the chat that's ready. And we're going to get started then.
And if we don't know the name of our great grandparents, then
That's okay, you can leave it there.
can a photo work?
Yeah, you can keep a photo as well.
Okay.
Perfect. Everything's all right. Just the intention of invoking them is powerful enough, even if you don't know the name. So if you want, you can write your name on the top, but it's not necessary. But if you like, you can write your name. So just the act of remembering our ancestors brings about a lot of a feeling of being seen, remembered, creates a very beautiful feeling of respect, which creates a very it's a very powerful ripple effect in our lives when we honor our ancestors and all the gifts that they've given us, which we hardly ever remember to do. So let's take this time today to honor our ancestors. And let's get started now. Make sure all of you are on mute during the meditation so that there's no disturbance. And whenever you feel ready, you can gently close your eyes and breathe with your navel. When you breathe in, your navel rises, your stomach expands, and when you breathe out, your stomach goes in, and just breathe slowly with your navel, breathing in, expand, and breathing out, contract. And now, as you're breathing in and breathing out through your navel, through your belly, take your attention to your navel. Drop all your senses to your navel, your consciousness, and become your navel. The navel is the point from which we are connected to our mother, the invisible cord that connects us. And as you're breathing through your navel, as you are the navel, slowly start breathing in and sending your energy deep down into your roots. You're grounding through your feet and allow the energy to descend into your roots from your feet into Mother Earth, slowly flowing towards the core of the earth, towards the center of the earth, flowing from your root chakra, through your legs, through your feet, roots going down into Mother Earth, and your energy is going to the core of the earth. Connect to this core, grounding, and then slowly draw the energy up along your spine, slowly moving up and out of the crown. And just feel and experience the different sensations as this energy is now moving up through all your chakras. Breathe from the earth beneath you and from the beauty and the landscape all around you. Imagine yourself sitting in a beautiful garden and breathe this earth energy deep within your body. Feel the grass underneath you touching your skin, your clothes, as you're sitting on Mother Earth. Feel yourself connected to the soil, the earth on which you're sitting. You are the earth. You are the grass. You are the woods and the land and the mountains, the meadow and the seas. Feel the sense of belonging to the earth. Your body, your cells, atoms, and tissues of your body are one with Mother Earth. Becoming the earth, breathing with the earth. You are connected to everything. The earth is your home, and you're not alone. You are connected to all your ancestors who came before you, your mother, your father, and the line of grandmothers and grandfathers. Allow their presence, allow their images, glimpses from their life story and beyond to be presented before you in whatever form it appears. Your ancestors are living in your body, in your cells, and in your DNA. Your body was created by the energies of your mother and father. And now, as you're sitting in this garden, invoke the ancestor whose light you feel inspired by. And you need not choose, they will appear on their own. And as this inspiring ancestor comes into your awareness, the ancestor opens their heart and creates a beautiful vibration of light. You may know them or you may not know them. They could belong to your mother line or the father line. Just be with them and feel their pure essence of love and breathe heart to heart as your heart opens through their expansion. And if there is any hurt or any pain that they carry, let them share that with you as you patiently, with an open heart, without any judgments, listen to them. And then say to them, once they're done talking, I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And notice how all the heaviness melts away like water, and they start emitting a beautiful light. And the light becomes more and more luminous, shining brighter and brighter. And ask them if there is anything that you can do to honor their memory if they're no more. Any message that they have for you, and receive that message. And they bless you with the highest of light, the divine consciousness of light, as they touch your head with love and blessings. And then invite another ancestor and let this ancestor sit in a circle around you. And as we move to the next ancestor, invoking them, welcoming them, and listening to any hurts, any pains that they're carrying. You may know of these things, these stories, or they may be completely new to you. Just be there, sitting, holding their hand, sitting at their feet, gently massaging their hand. And then say to them, I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And see all the heaviness, all the burdens, all the sorrow melting away like water falling off their body. And they feel so light, so luminous. And if there's any message they have for you, they share that with you. And receive their blessings. And then invite them to sit around you in the circle of light and love. And one by one, move on to your other ancestors and see your heart expanding with this love, opening bigger and bigger as you continue the practice. And with every interaction, your heart is shining brighter and brighter, and the light from your heart is spreading and filling your entire body. shining like a diamond, grounded and connected. And then you can individually hug each of the ancestors in the circle, or you can have a group hug and allow all the smiling ancestors to merge into your heart as they become one with you. And if there's any ancestor who still feels a little uncomfortable, you can do this practice once again with them before you integrate, before you merge them into your heart. And as they're merging into your heart, you feel so grateful. New channels of abundance, of love, wealth, and health are opening in your lives with the blessings of your ancestors. And you wish each one of them peace beyond all understanding. And when they are fully merged, thank Mother Earth, the Divine Mother, who you are a child of. Thank her and grounding yourself. And if there's any ancestor who has still some work to do with you, you can see them going into a beautiful path of white light into the sky. And when you're ready further, you can continue this work. Till then, they can be in peace and you can be in peace. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And slowly bring yourself back to the here and now, integrating all your energy bodies, mind, body, and soul. And when you're fully integrated, grounded, and balanced, open your eyes, bring your awareness back to the here and now. Stretch your body, massage your hands, rub your hands and massage your face, your body. Have some water. And once you're back, you can mention in the chat, how are you feeling? You can unmute yourself. And if you would like to share your experience, you can do that.
It
Wonderful.
was a really nice session. I cannot stop yawning. I mean, it wasn't very intense that I felt because I was just casually doing it, but there's a lot of release that I felt, very calm.
Beautiful. That's wonderful.
Also, like if we are carrying some guilt of not having helped them when they were alive, what should we do for that?
So just like how you had a conversation where you heard their side, you can
Mm.
have a conversation where you share all that you feel was unsaid or incomplete, and then see what they say and have a complete conversation, forgiveness for each other and yourself, and then allow them to merge into your heart.
Okay. Thank you.
Wonderful. So thank you everyone for joining in and have a great night and a great week ahead. Bye everyone.
Thank you. You too have a great week.
Thank you.